So today I want to show off a project I've been working on. Let me just flip around here so you can see. This is an assembly table that we are going to use to build doors and windows for a restoration project we're working on. This is 90 inches by 38 inches. A little bit about the build. We went with a finger joint style here on the edge. We ended up creating a frame for the top and then putting a rabbet here on the inside so that it would accept a giant board. In this case, it's just particle board. And we don't care about this being too nice because we're going to be getting glue and stain and paint and all kinds of ugly things on it. So when it gets too bad, we'll just flip it over and use the other side and then, you know, rinse and repeat, throw it away when we're done. Put a new piece in. So in order to strengthen the top though, because this wood would have a tendency to sag if we didn't have some spans going across, we put some cross beams in, and we went with a mortise and tenon connection here. And you're probably looking at this wood going, this wood is hideous, and you're correct. This is $3 a stick fir from Home Depot. Extremely brittle, tough wood to work with. You know, it would splinter, tear outs everywhere. Tough wood, but cheap. And considering this is just, you know, a workshop and we're going to be making a mess in here, it didn't matter too much. We just needed the structural integrity, which fir has, and that's why we went with fir. Again, the finger joints there, really kind of an aesthetic. This was me practicing my skills on creating, you know, tenons. I think this is the worst one. I had a bad saw for doing tenons. You want a steel-backed or brass-backed, you know, back saw or tenon saw. And instead, I have this little jobber. Not great for cutting perfectly straight lines. Also, my chisels were a little dull, so my mortises were a little tough. And then I was using a rubber mallet that I destroyed in putting this together. So really a combination of bad materials and the wrong tools, or at least inadequate tools for the job. And yet we still have this cool product that was built with old school methods. These runners are put in mortises, so it's mortise and tenon construction. This thing is solid, it's a brick, and it's not gonna go anywhere. And we put on wheels in case we need to move it around the room and make things happen. So this thing, really the most expensive part of this job was the casters, which cost about 45 bucks. The wood for the rest of this job was probably 40 bucks, and quite a few hours of time working on tenon making and mortise making and learning some skills. So great project to practice on, and didn't cost a lot of money.